Good morning, year 7. This is Mr. Ahmed from Al Husam International School. This is year 7. Welcome you all. Good morning, everyone. Today is a new day, and we're going to talk about new lesson. Today, we're going to talk about transformation. Transformation is consisted of three things, or three main idea, or three topics: reflection, rotation, translation. Again, transformation consisted of reflection, rotation, translation. We are going to study each one of them, and that's it. That's the idea of our lesson today. So let's start our session. Okay, so as I say, good morning, everyone. This is Online Virtual Classroom 2020. And today's lesson, chapter 32, lesson 1, transformation. As I said, there is three kind of transformation: reflection, rotation, translation. Objectives. By the end of the session, you will be able to identify all the types of transformation, which is reflection, translation, rotation. Recognize the reflection of any 2D shape. Translate any 2D shape from place to another. Okay? Okay, so sorry for this one. Okay. Number 1, we're going to talk about reflection. To reflect a point, we are going to reflect a point, a line segment or a straight line, and a figure. But the most important one is figure, because reflecting a point is so easy, reflecting a straight line is so easy, but the most one that it needs you to think about it, which is reflecting of an shape, quadrilateral, 2D shape, whatever. Okay, so let me read this. To reflect a point in a line, you draw a line from the point perpendicular to the line. The point and its reflection are the same distance from the line. The reflection line behaves like a mirror. The point and the mirror line stays in the same place. Okay, so let's understand this. When I talk about what is the reflection, look for this one, that one, those points. When I talk about what is the reflection of this point, or what is the reflection of the black one here, so all you need to do is to count how many steps does this point away from the line, because this line, if you stand in front of the mirror, the mirror and you get closer to the mirror, your image or your reflection will be closer also to the mirror. So your distance between you and the mirror, it's the same like the distance between the mirror and your image. So if you get closer, the image will get closer. If you get yourself far away from the mirror, your image will be far away from the mirror. So the distance between the point or the shape to the mirror, and the mirror here is a line, the distance between the point to the mirror or to the line, it's the same like the distance between the image to the line. Okay, so according to the black one, everybody look at the black one. Now, everybody look here. So according to the black point, this is two steps away from the line. So I'm going to go 2 steps away in the opposite direction, and then I'm going to put the point. So this point is the image of that point. What about this one? It's 1 step away, so I'm going to go 1 step away. So this is the image. What about this one? 1.5, and then 2. So it's gonna be 2.5. So and then I'm gonna go 1, 2.5. So this is the reflection, and this point, the image of this point or the reflection of this point, it's going to be the same because she is already on the line itself. Okay, so this is a way. What about Okay, so let me read the chat really quick. Good morning. Okay. So this is about reflection of a point. What about if there is no a square paper like this? So let me write it here. What about if there is no square paper and it's just a paper, and there is a point here, and I'm going to ask you to draw the image of this point. All you need to do is to grab the ruler and to draw a line perpendicular to the line here, okay? And then measure the distance. This is, for example, 3 centimeter. Then you are going to draw from here 3 centimeter away, and then you are going to put uh, your point, and that's it. Okay, so that's if you don't have a square paper. If you don't know how many steps away from the line, you are going to grab a ruler and then measure the distance between the point and the line. If it was 3, if it was 4, then extend the line with the same distance. If the distance was 4, so extend the sign with 4 centimeter, extend the ruler with 4 centimeter, extend the line with 4 centimeter, and then put your point. So it's going to be the image of this point by reflection across this line. Okay. Okay, so so we took now 2 cases. If you have a square paper like this, you can just count the squares, and if you don't have square paper, you can draw a line perpendicular to that line, and then try to measure how many centimeters, and then like this one. So this is, for example, 3 centimeter. So from this one to that one, it's going to be 3 centimeter as well. Okay. So this is the type of question, reflection across the x-axis. So I'm gonna ask you now, this is the x-axis, he wrote here x, and this is the y-axis, okay? Axis line, x line, y. So, and he's asking you to reflect this shape, this quadrilateral, across the x-axis. So the x-axis will be the line or the mirror. X-axis will be the mirror. So let me read the chat, and then I'm going to solve it, and I'm going to show you how to solve it. Okay, so how can I solve some, wait, just wait, okay. How can I solve something like that? I'm going to take each vertex, focus with me. I'm going to take each vertex and then find the image of the vertex. So according to letter C, the image of C, C is 1 step far away from the line. So I'm going to go far away 1 step. And then this one, it's going to be C dash. Okay, what about this one? It's 1 step far away. So I'm going to go 1 step far away here. And it's going to be G dash. G dash means the image of G. Sorry, J, the image of J. J dash is the image of J. What about M? It's going to be the same, 1 2 1 2. Okay, so I'm going to go 2 steps away. So here it's going to be M dash. What about the last one, K? Let me count how many steps away from the x-axis. 1 2 3 4. 4 steps away. So I'm going to go 4 steps. 1, wait, 1 2 3 4, and this one is K dash. And then all I need to do just right now is to just join them together to form the shape. So this shape is the reflection of this one. C dash M dash K dash J dash is the image of MCJK by reflection across the x-axis. So when I talk about reflection, this is the idea. When I talk about the reflection, I'm just moving. This is the answer. When I talk about reflection, I'm just moving the points or the vertices. I'm just reflecting the vertices. How can you reflect the vertices? Count how many steps away, and the reflection or the image, it's going to be in the same distance. So if this point is 1 step away, so the image here will be 1 step away. If there is 2 steps away, so the image is going to be 2 steps away, and so on. Across the x-axis, when I say across the x-axis, that means this axis is the line of reflection. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna ask Omar Muhammad. Omar, do you hear me? You can speak.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Omar, so when I talk about reflection, just find the image of the points by count how many steps away. Did you get the idea of the reflection here?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see, Omar, you're gonna answer the first question in the student book. So all of you open the student book at Unit 3C, Chapter 32, Transformations.
284.
Okay,
Page 284.
thank you, Omar, and be with me. Page 284. All of you open page 284. Okay, Omar, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Omar, you're gonna answer this question. Transform the red triangles by reflection it in the dotted lines line shown and draw the image. So this is the line of reflection, and you are going to reflect this figure or this triangle, the red triangle here, according to letter E. So as I said, you are going to transpose, or you are going to move each vertex. So those vertex, okay, this vertex and that vertex, I'm not going to move it because it's already on the line.
Yes.
So this vertex, how many steps away?
2.
2 steps away. So I'm gonna move 2 steps away. 1, 2. So it's gonna be here, and then all you need to do now is to just connect them, and that
With each other.
yes, and that's it. So this triangle is the image of that one by reflection across this line.
Yes.
What about this one? It's going to be the same. I'm going to transpose each vertex here. This is 2 steps away, so I'm gonna draw 2 steps away, and so on. Okay. What about this one? It's going to be the same. This is 1 step away, so I'm going to move 1 step away. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 steps away, so I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 5 steps away. Okay, Omar, what about this one? Yeah, Omar. What about this one? So I cannot determine how many steps away this vertex from the line, because this is not a square. If I want to move it from here, it's not going to be a square. So what should I do just right now is to follow the second way. And there is only 2 ways. What is the second way? Is to draw a line perpendicular to this line. Okay? From this vertex. And then measure the distance here, Ya'am. If the distance is 3 centimeter, and then I'm going to draw 3 centimeter.
3 centimeters.
Whatever it was, bad, and then I'm going to point the point. And here, according to this vertex, draw a perpendicular. Measure it. 4 centimeters. So I'm gonna go 4 centimeters.
4 centimeters.
And then plot the point. And this one is, for example, 2 centimeters.
2.
I'm gonna move 2 centimeters and then plot the point. And after that, all you need to do now is to just join them together, and that's it. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much, yeah, Omar, for speaking with me. Let me take Omar Ahmed because I think you might want to ask a question.
No, I want to answer. I want to answer.
You want to answer? Okay, so we're gonna answer that next question, inshallah. Okay, yeah, Meher. Okay, Omar, according to question letter A, reflect the shape in the mirror line, which is shown by dotted line. So we have, guys, all of you, we have two kind of reflection. That's it. We have two kind of reflection. Either you can count how many steps away from the line using the squares, or if it's something like that, you cannot count the squares, you can draw lines perpendicular to the dotted line, the reflective line. You can draw a line that is perpendicular to this line, and then start to measure it. If the line is 3 centimeter, then the point is going to be 3 centimeters far from the line. If the vertex is 2 centimeters far from the line, then the image is going to be 2 centimeters far from the line. Okay, that's the two ideas of the reflection. Okay, so Omar Ahmed. Omar, where have you been? Omar Ahmed. Omar Ahmed again. Where is Omar? Omar. Omar, please speak.
I was mute.
Okay. So Mariam Ashraf, you're next. Yeah, Mariam. So please be aware and focus with us. So Omar, you're going to find that reflection of this shape, this quadrilateral. So
Yes.
Omar, let me ask you, should I reflect or should I find the image of this point and that point?
No.
No, because they already on the line. So the
Yes.
image of them, the images of them, it's going to be the same point because it's already on the line. So I'm gonna find the image of this point and that point. So how can I find the image of 2 steps away? Yes, 1,
Yes.
2. So it's gonna be here and here, and about this one, 1, 2.
3 steps.
So it's gonna be 3 steps away, and then I'm going to draw them or join them easily, and that's it. Thank you so much. Yeah, Omar Ahmed. So this one is the image of this one by reflection across the dotted line. According to that one, it's going to be the same. According to this one, it's going to be the same. According to this one, it's going to be a little bit different because here you are going to draw a line perpendicular to the dotted line. So again, you have two ways. Either you can count the squares or you can draw a line that perpendicular to this line. So just move each vertex. This is, for example, 2 centimeters. So I'm going to extend this 2 centimeters and then put my point. So this is the point. It's going to be the image of this one. Okay? And then transpose each one here, transpose it to know the points, and then just join them together to form the shape. Thank you so much, yeah, Omar. And let's go for the second idea in this lesson, which is it's talking about rotation. So let's talk about rotation a little bit. And when you talk about rotation, that means you need a tracing paper, because we're gonna use it. So everybody try to grab one tracing paper, okay? Because we're gonna use it in rotation. Draw the image of the shape shown after rotating it about the dot through. We have two things, 90 degrees anti-clockwise or 180 degrees anti-clockwise. So we have only two things. There is a lot of things, but we are going to study in this here only two things, 90 degrees anti-clockwise and 180 degrees anti-clockwise. So look for the clock. The clock is like this. So anti-clockwise, it's going to be the opposite. Okay, so let's know the steps. The steps here: put a piece of tracing paper over the diagram. So if you want to, for example, if you want to rotate this purple, let me mute Omar. Okay, if you want to rotate this triangle, this purple triangle, 90 degrees or 180 degrees, whatever, you are going to put the tracing paper on the triangle, and then you are going to draw the triangle. Let me read the steps. Put a piece of tracing paper over the diagram, triangle, whatever. Hold and draw the triangle, and then draw the triangle or the square or whatever the shape is. Draw it on that tracing paper, and then hold the paper down using your pen or pencil, point and turn the paper through 90 degrees, quarter turn. So you are going to put your pencil, okay, about this point. So when I give you a rotation, I should give you rotation about what? Rotation about this point, or rotation about this vertex, or whatever. So you are going to put the tracing paper, the steps from the beginning, the steps. Put the tracing paper, and then draw the triangle on the tracing paper, and then put your pencil on this point, the point which is here, the black point here. Put your pencil, and then 90 degrees. So I'm gonna move 90 degrees. So I'm gonna move the paper 90 degrees around my finger or around my pencil, 90 degrees. So which is quarter turn. This is 90 degrees, 180 degrees. All of it 180 degrees, okay? This from here till here, 90 degrees, quarter turn, okay? And from here, it's gonna be 180 degrees, okay? That's it. So you are going to put the tracing paper, and then put the pencil on this point, and then try to move the paper, and the paper will stand at some place, yani, and then you are going to draw the image of the triangle by rotation across, or rotation by this point. So let us solve from the workbook, student book, sorry. Okay, rotate the shape anti-clockwise about the dot by the angle shown. About the dot here is a vertex. It's already a vertex of the shape. So you are going to put the tracing paper, and then put your pencil or pen, whatever, on the point, and then 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So you are going to move it 90 degrees. So you're going to take this paper from here, put your pencil here, move the paper with your finger or with your hand, move it quarter turn from here till here, okay? So it's going to be 90 degrees. Then draw the shape again, then draw it in the diagram, and that's it, okay? So you have to try it. You have to try it by yourself. So let me, Yusuf Sameh.
Yes.
You want to
I
ask
don't understand this part.
about rotation?
Yes. No, this question.
Okay, here's the steps. I'm going to mute you because there is a lot of noises. So here is the steps, yeah, Yusuf. The steps is, first, put a tracing paper on the diagram, okay? Put a tracing paper. And then draw the shape on the tracing paper, draw the shape. And then put your pencil or pen on the point. He's giving you about the point, the dot by the angle shown. Here is the point is here, the dot here is here. So it depends on where is the place of the point. Then put your pencil or pen on the point, and then 90 degrees. So you are gonna move it quarter turn, 90 degrees from here till here. So let me unmute you to speak with me, but there is a lot of noises around you. Yusuf,
Yeah. Yes.
there is noises around you. Okay, guys. So it's all about I'm going to unmute. Okay, Meher and Anas. Okay. So let me take Meher and Anas. Meher, 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 Meher. Meher.
Mister,
Yes.
I have a question. Where we'll get the tracing paper? Because we are at home, right? Where we'll get it?
Try to use any paper. Try to use any paper can work like the tracing paper. Or if you don't have,
Oh, I can use a tissue. I can use a tissue
yes,
that
it's
like
a
this.
very, yeah, it's very good idea. Yes, you can use a tissue or whatever the thing that you are going to use. Okay, thank you, yeah,
But I
Meher.
have a question in the parallel. Is in the.
Ask
Can you
reflection.
go up?
Yeah.
No, can you go up?
Yes.
In D. In D.
Yeah. Indeed.
In
Ask.
this. In 1D.
Okay.
I don't know how I do it.
Okay. So here you are going to use the ruler and the pencil. And then from each vertex, Meher, from each vertex, I'm going to start with this vertex. I'm going to draw a line perpendicular to this line. So the line is not going to be like this, or it's not going to be like this. No, perpendicular to the line. Okay?
Okay.
This is number one. And then measure this distance. You are going to measure the distance. 3 centimeters, 2 centimeters, 1 centimeters, whatever. Okay? And then from this line, just extend the line with a distance equal to the distance you measure.
Mister, we can يعني when we measure it we can make the boxes.
We can make
The
what?
boxes. See the boxes.
Okay, but the
Make
box,
it in the boxes.
but I cannot determine where is the box here. So you can do it like this, but you cannot determine. So this one, how many boxes away from the, or how many squares away from the line?
1.5.
Yeah, yes, you can write it like this, for example. So it's going to be like this, but it's going to be the same. But the most accurate one and the easiest one is to just draw a line and measure it and draw the same line. Here, the same thing. Here is the same, and so on. Okay, and it's going to be more difficult if I want to count the squares, and it's going to be more difficult if the shape is far away from the line, because I had to count all the squares, so it's going to be a really big deal. Thank you so much, yeah, Meher, for your question. Let me unmute Anas. Where is Anas? Anas, you are going to speak English, and I want to listen to your question just right now.
I also didn't understand the part of the
Rotation?
tracing paper in the rotation. Yes.
Okay. So according to this one, yeah, Anas, you should bring first tracing paper, and then put tissue, like what Meher said. Thank you, Meher. Really.
Okay.
You are going to bring a tissue or a tracing paper, and then put it on the shape. Okay. Then draw the shape.
Okay.
Draw it. Yeah, it's already tracing paper, so you will be able to see the shape. Then draw the shape, and then put the pencil or the pen on the dot or the point here. Okay, and then 90 degrees. So you are going to move the tissue, or move the tracing paper 90 degrees from here till here. This is 90 degrees from here till here. 90 degrees. Move it. Rotate the paper. Okay, 180 degrees, 180 degrees. Okay, if you open the gallery in your phone, and if you want to edit the picture or an image or something, Anas, you will find a rotation, something like rotate. If you want to rotate the image,
Yes.
or so it's going to be 90 degrees or 180 degrees or 270 degrees, but we took only 90 and 180. That's it. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much, yeah, Anas. I really miss you a lot. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's about reflection and rotation. 270 here. It's after 180. So 180, and then after 180, 270. Okay. So let's talk about the last part here. So let me read the chat really quick. Okay, so I'm going to unmute Meher. Okay, Meher, ask.
Mister, I have
Yeah, ask.
a question. 90. How we make 90 degrees? يعني it's how many rotates?
Okay, 90 degrees. Yeah, that means from here, and you're gonna put your finger in the dot, and then in the above of the in the top of the tracing paper or in the top of the tissue, and then put your finger, rotate the tissue or the tracing paper to like this until your finger become beside your dot. Okay, so from here till here, and then what this is like
Okay.
180, it's going to be like this. 270, it's going to be like this. 360, it's going to be like this. Yani the shape will be the same. Okay. Okay.
خلاص.
So about translation, we're gonna talk about this really quick. Draw shapes B, C, and D. Shape B is shape A translated 4 squares to the left. Okay. When I talk about translation, we're gonna talk about translation, but translation means I'm gonna move the shape from place to another. And we're gonna talk about translation, but maybe in the next live video, inshallah, we're gonna talk about translation, and we are going to revise with each other again the rotation and the reflection. And that's the end of our session today. And I'm gonna ask you now to watch this video. Be safe. Thank you so much, guys, for today's session. And we are going to continue in the next live session, inshallah. Bye.